You go, friends. Hi, Doc South here, and I got to say, I had the best darn day. I did. I'm on a vacation from the supermarket I work at, and when my brother heard that was that I had the week off, he called. Oh, gee, I guess about a week ago, and he said, "Hey, look, why don't we ride around? I'll drive," he said, and he said, "We'll go to a few places and reminisce, and well, maybe we can go to our old stomping grounds in Chester, New Jersey, where we used to play." I said, "Yeah, sure. Some of those places are pretty cool. Most of them were abandoned mines. That's that was fun." And no, we never went in them or anything. Gosh, you could get killed in there. We knew that. But it still was fun to be around them. And he said we could maybe drive down to that one place we used to work in down in Plainfield. We could drop in there, maybe say hi. He said, "No, heck, maybe there's a White Castle somewhere nearby. We'll get some burgers." I said, "Boy, okay, you're talking my language." Plus, he said we can drive along and talk and stuff. We'll have a ball. I said, "You're on." So, so today, yeah, Ed showed up, about 9 o'clock. Said he had to go do a chore in a neighboring town. Would I mind riding along? I said, "No, heck, we'll start today now." And off we went, talking and yakking all the way, and just coming up with one memory after another. And well, Ed did the business he had to do at a carpet store, I believe it was, or a paint store, something like that, and had to check a color, I guess. And then we were on our way back to, again, the town of our youth, Chester, New Jersey. Ed said, "You've got to see," he says, "do you remember Crystal Lake in Chester?" I said, "Well, yeah." Yeah, I said, "Though it was really more of a swamp. There was a little bit of a lake there, and there was a dam I think they had, and you could, we used to play on the dam, and we tended to stay out of the lake. It was so muddy and murky." But he says, "Well, come on." And evidently they got a path out there now. There's like a walking path in Chester, takes you right past it. Yeah, you go right along the lake. Again, more now bog would be a kinder way to put it. But the at one time, yeah, trains, I think freight trains backed up into there. I'm assuming, I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming they stopped for, that may have been where they parked freight cars, as they waited for their next ride out, as they waited to be taken out of town, loaded with iron ore or what have you. And I think that was probably a shunt. The upgrade or the grade for the tracks kind of made Crystal Lake form, I believe. And I know there were mines there too, so they may have also used the elevated area for, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a historian, but we always thought, well, maybe that's where they loaded the iron ore because, like I said, there were shafts. We went and looked at the old shaft. Yeah, when we were kids, and we're talking 55 years ago now, maybe longer. There was an area. There was like a square hole, and it had wood along the side, and it went down deep. If you took a big stick or something, a branch, and you pushed it down, you never hit bottom. No, you didn't. It was down there, and I guess down in the bedrock. And I imagine at one time there were probably they probably pumped the water out of the shaft so that the miners could work. When the iron ore ran low, when the assay ran low, I guess they got out of there, and well, the darn thing filled up. I know one thing: a lot of people brought their garbage to that hole, and snuck up on it and dropped it down, and it just never hit bottom. You never hit bottom with a stick. Yeah, that stuff was just gone and down in there somewhere. And so we looked at that, threw a few rocks in the what was left of the puddle, and again remarked at now the lake is hardly a lake; it's more of a creek. I'd say it was back in the day when we were kids. It was maybe half an acre. Now, yeah, no, maybe about I don't know, about the size of a sheet of plywood. At least today it was. And we went past where they have a ball field. There was all these baseballs that got hit foul into the woods. And I guess during baseball season, it's probably all poison ivy or sticker bushes. So there's a bunch of baseballs in there. Gosh, nice ones too. Didn't get any. Would have got way too muddy going in there. But then we drove. We got in the car again, drove down to Route 22, which isn't always an interesting ride. Route 22 in Jersey, and got on it near Somerville. Headed east. We were looking for Plainfield. Drove, made the turns into Plainfield, and wound up at the old roofing subcontracting company my father had. Parked all our trucks at this big garbage truck repair company. Yep, and that was cool. I said, gee, Eddie said, I wonder if they'll remember us. Why don't we, he says, I'm sure they will. Let's go walking in. So walk into the garage. Of course, had our masks on, and the garbage men were wearing masks. And naturally, around garbage trucks, you kind of want to do that nowadays. If anyone does, it's them. And and at first the guys didn't recognize us, and then all of a sudden, they said, "Oh my God, you two! Oh my heavens, how you doing? Hey!" And we were sitting there talking. Gosh, all sorts of, just reminiscing like crazy. Gee, it was fun. Then we got lost in Plainfield, riding around, didn't have any clue where we were. Wound up at a big rail crossing. A freight train went by, must have been a mile and a half long. We saw the engines coming, and we there was no way the speed it was going. You had to, forget it. You just wait. Yeah. And the darn thing just went and went and went and went. And it was so cool. We were watching all the graffiti people have sprayed on the boxcars and stuff. Gorgeous. A regular art show. I wish, I did. I don't think I brought my camera. I should have. It would have been an inspiration. It was really cool. Well, then, like I said, we drive into Plainfield and we're riding around trying to figure out where the heck we are, trying to get to Route 22 and in Jersey, a busy highway. And we wound up going down this road in Plainfield where there are all these mansions. Here's what I would suggest. After you watch this video, go to just search on the web mansions or Plainfield, New Jersey, mansions. You'll see some of the houses we saw. They come right up. And they were absolutely amazing. I'm guessing from 1880 to maybe 1910 was when they were built. They are beautiful and nicely restored. Oh God, they were pretty. And they looked to me like they were lived in, but they'd have to be worth just millions. Gorgeous, so pretty. You really look that up. Mansions of Plainfield, New Jersey. You'll see. I don't think I've ever seen better mansions, honestly. Well, eventually we got ourselves on to 22. Of course, water splashing all over the place, and when it gets wet, the road gets a little more like a river. Water flying everywhere, and lo and behold, Ed said, "Keep an eye peeled for the White Castle. Where is it?" I said, "I think another mile. I saw a sign before. You hit it with water, so you probably didn't see it, but I think Yep, I said, there it is. We pull in. Ed treats. Yeah, he treats. So we had sat there in the parking lot and they drank coffee and ate sliders till they squirted out our ears, and then rode home through a horrendous thunderstorm, which was kind of cool, rainstorm, and that was it. What a great day. It's funny, but I remember as kids we used to do this kind of thing, and I highly recommend it. You need like 2 drivers, and you just go. Just let your imagination say, okay, we'll turn left here, will turn right there. Maybe you'll have a destination in mind, something you want to see. Well, make sure you hit that, but also take the long way around. And it makes for one beautiful day and hardly any money at all. Hardly any money at all. Anyway, I'm just saying, it was a great time. And the yakking, all the talking and telling stories and reminiscing was worth $1 million. Absolutely $1 million. It was great. I don't know if Ed's going to see this video, but bless his heart, what a great idea. Again, he's remembering how it was when we were younger. We would hit the road a lot. Yes, sir. Cool. That's one thing I always liked about Sandy. She was always up for a ride. Head one place or another. Usually in our case, we'd head out into Pennsylvania and ride through all the hills and mountains and just, we might be gone. We'd leave early in the morning and get back late at night. But what fun. What fun. Because you got nothing better to do but listen to the radio and talk with one another. It is so cool. And pointing at this and that. Neat. Anyway, I'll see you later, friends. God bless. And take my advice. Get a friend or two, maybe a relative, brother or sister, mom or dad. Hit the road. See ya. Bye now.